So, hello. I honestly never thought that this would be my very first video. I always wanted to upload something I have a video made that is waiting for an upload for about a year. But this is life. I decided to do this video because of what is currently happening in my country, and let me tell you, it's a shit show. And I cannot do videos, YouTube, whatever, and I wanted to upload as soon as possible, so the only thing that I know how to do is PowerPoint presentation. So, welcome to my PowerPoint presentation. And, yeah. Who am I? I am a citizen of Poland, and I think that this is crucial here. Other information about me: I'm a woman and I'm 21 years old. So this gives you a little bit of background what to expect. Now, what actually happened and is happening in Poland, aka the shit show. So, what happened on October 22nd in Poland? A constitutional tribunal in Poland ruled on Thursday, October 22nd, that abortion for fetal abnormalities violate the country's constitution, effectively imposing a near-total ban in a nation that already had some of the strictest abortion laws in Europe. In the ruling, the tribunal's president, Julia Przylepska, said that allowing abortions in cases of fetal abnormality legalized eugenic practices with regard to an unborn child, thus denying in the respect and protection of human dignity. Now, let's go back in the middle of this text for a bit. The strictest abortion laws in Europe. What it means is actually there are no abortion laws in Poland. I mean, you could have an abortion if the child had a fetal abnormality, but the doctors can say no because of their beliefs, because of the fact that they just can. The doctors cannot give you the after pill. The doctors can say no to your abortion because they don't want to do this, and this is perfectly fine. And secondly, they're stretching the time so much. Even if you could have abortion, they're stretching the time so that it would be too late if they make the decision that, okay, maybe you have a point, it would already be too late to have an abortion, so you have to give birth anyways. And that's pretty much it. What they say is that this is because of the constitution. So now, what actually is in the constitution? The only thing which connects to this is Article 38. And in this article, it states that the Republic of Poland shall ensure the legal protection of the life of every human being. This may not make sense to you now, but they stretched it. They stretched it to a human being. What is a human being? Well, for them, a human being, they said that the country protects the human life from its start. And from them, the start is the union of these two cells. So this is how they stretched it, and this is why this decision actually had place. So let's go back a bit now. This guy, you probably know him. If not, you're lucky. This guy in 2016, he said in the interview for Polish press agency that we're going for that even hard pregnancies when child is doomed to die or very deformed will end in a labor so that the child could be baptized. Now, I can understand this point, but then living in Poland, I do have a question, which is this really for the faith and for the possibility of being in heaven, or is this just for money? And I'm gonna leave this question like that. Okay, so what happened next? And I want to go back a little because, well, first of all, meet this lady. Her name is Kaja Godek, and she is basically an advocate, pro-life advocate. And while she says that she's for every single life, people in a country think that she's just for the unborn babies, right? Because in an interview following the decision to ban abortion for federal reasons, right after the decision made on 22nd, she appeared in an interview where she said that she's going for the fact to ban abortion completely, because even if it comes from rape, because it's not the child's fault that the woman was raped. Now, as much as I understand it, I would be more for laws to protect women from rape than to protect a child out of... Do you see that? It's like, why work so that they won't be raped while we can just protect the lives conceived by rape? I don't understand. And when it comes to having an abortion because of the fact that you were raped and this is how it happened, it is not easy. It is rather hard because you need to prove that you've been raped and that this is how this situation happened. Now, proving that you've been raped, well, you can do this, but then if almost everybody is against you and says that, well, you could have made it up, and it's just so mentally, it's so psychologically draining to go through such process, and to then be said that, well, you just made it up. Some people do not want to do this, and even if the people agreed that it is out of rape, then the doctor can just say no. So this is pretty impossible now, even though it technically is possible. So, what happened after this decision? And why am I making this video? Because the information is out. Almost everybody knows what just happened. But we had like the talk of the same today, and let me tell you, it was a shit show. It was a shit show to this point that I want to screen record some fragments of this and show it to you. And also, what happened is now picked up by the media in two very different ways, and I'm gonna show you what the national television. Funny fact, the government because of whom we're protesting, this government gave 2 milliards of zlotys. So just let me tell you, it's a lot of money. They gave that last year, instead of to the hospitals, they gave it to the television. So propaganda welcome too, as some say. And this year, we all know what is going on around the world, and they still want to give this same amount of money for the next year for the television station. So, first was the funeral. When I say funeral, what I mean is people decided that they want to light up the buildings of our government and have a funeral of women's rights. Basically, this is what happened. This was the first day. The first day was the funeral, and this funeral followed by protest. All of the cities are protesting. I know that some other cities from Europe and around the world are also with us and are protesting with us. And I want to just be quiet for a moment and let you see the photographs, because this is, I don't even know what to say, because I don't know if you know, but the government says that other political parties are the ones because of whom we're protesting and we're out on the streets. They don't call it protesting, they just call it like we're out on the streets, and that we are so irresponsible, and this is so irresponsible from all of us to go out in the middle of pandemic. But I mean, we are not just walking around, we're going out for a reason, and the government just does not want to acknowledge the fact that it is for a reason, and they just say that we're irresponsible, and the policemen are using violence, they are doing things that they shouldn't. The house of the man's picture that I showed you before, his house is just surrounded by the police. Like, the amount of police that you probably never saw in your life is around his house. And I honestly just don't know what to do at this point, when we don't know what to do. It's been almost a week, and all that they say is that we are irresponsible and that we should go back inside. And now I just want to show you the photographs. So this is the fun part. This is what this video was heading to. This is today's shit show, basically, and the reason why I made this. And as I said, I cannot, make a video to save my life. I cannot. So I'm just screen recording, and I'm screen recording what actually happened. It is live. It is like still right now. It is up, as you can tell. Then we have like the notebook thingy in which I wrote the subtitles in English, and they maybe not make sense in some places because I wanted you to know how they stressed each word. So the meaning is there, the grammar sometimes is not there, but this is so that you can catch how they said what. Abortion was not for everybody before, because even if your child, the pregnancy was bad and the child would not survive, the stages that doctors that you needed to go through, they were stretching the time so that the abortion would not take place, because after some weeks you cannot have an abortion, and also the doctors could just say no. So this is how it was. How it is now, well, we all know. And yeah, so let's get started on this video.
Dziękuję. Głosowało 435 posłów. Stwierdzam kworum. Wysoka Izbo, mamy 5 wniosków formalnych. Przystąpimy teraz do ich rozpatrzenia. Ja z pewną przykrością stwierdzam, że na sali wśród posłów Lewicy i Platformy Obywatelskiej są posłowie, którzy mają maseczki ze znakami pozbudzenia przypominającymi symbole Hitlerjugend. USS. Ale rozumiem, że opozycja totalna nawiązuje do totalitarnych wzorów i z przykrością to przyjmujemy. Pani poseł Małgorzata Trocz z Koalicji Obywatelskiej.
Panie Marszałku, Wysoka Izbo, na naszych oczach toczy się historia. Od 6 dni tysiące młodych ludzi na ulicach polskich miast protestują. Protestują w obronie swojej godności, w obronie swojej wolności, w obronie prawa do wyboru, w obronie prawa do aborcji. To jest wojna i wy tę wojnę przegracie. A kto jest za tę wojnę odpowiedzialny? Panie wiceministrze Kaczyński, to jest pana odpowiedzialność.
Proszę o wniosek formalny, pani poseł. Proszę o wniosek formalny, a nie pokrzykiwanie tutaj.
Do tego zmierzam.
Nie, ale ja słucham wniosku formalnego, pani poseł.
Już do tego dążę.
Bardzo proszę.
To, co dzieje się w Polsce, przekracza wszelkie granice. Odpowiedzialny jest wicepremier Kaczyński.
Pani poseł, przywołuję panią do porządku. Proszę wniosek formalny albo puścić mównicę.
Zmienienie porządku obrad o informacji ministra spraw wewnętrznych o wydarzenia na ulicy Mickiewicza w Warszawie, w Katowicach oraz wczorajsze na placu Trzech Krzyży w Warszawie, gdy policja, chociaż nie chciała, użyła siły oraz gazu. do protestujących, do pokojowo protestujących osób.
To był wniosek formalny o przerwę. Bardzo proszę, pan poseł Sławomir Nitras, Koalicja Obywatelska. Co jest z czasem?
Panie Marszałku, Wysoka Izbo, wydaje mi się, że jeżeli ktoś tutaj
Dlaczego nie ma czasu?
Izby, to niestety prawa strona tymi okrzykami i pan marszałek swoimi niewądrymi uwagami. Szanowni Państwo, to co się dzieje na polskich ulicach jest transmitowane przez polskie media. Chciałbym zwrócić uwagę, że sposób, w jaki media publiczne transmitują to, co się dzieje na ulicach, jest po prostu kłamstwem. To nie jest prawda. I panie prezesie Kaczyński, to, że oni pokażą, że to wobec pana jest stosowana presja, to jest po prostu nieprawda, bo to pan wobec Polaków, wobec Polek stosuje presję. Ja składam wniosek formalny, panie marszałku, o przerwę i o uzupełnienie porządku obrad o projekt ustawy, którą złożyliśmy w Sejmie, która zmierza do tego, żeby 2 miliardy, bo trzeba Polakom wyjaśnić, to nie jest tak, że my przegłosowaliśmy, czy wy przegłosowaliście 2 miliardy na media publiczne raz w roku. Nie. W nowym roku, w roku 2021 znowu 2 miliardy złotych zostanie przekazane na tą pisowską szczujnię, którą wy nazywacie mediami. Złożyliśmy dzisiaj projekt ustawy w imieniu Koalicji Obywatelskiej, który przekazuje te 2 miliardy z roku 2021, jeszcze przed wejściem w życie budżetu, na walkę z COVID-em. Na walkę z COVID-em. Niech Polacy ocenią, czy te 2 miliardy, nowe 2 miliardy, potrzebne są służbie zdrowia, tym, którzy walczą z COVID-em, czy Kurskiemu.
Dziękuję bardzo. Panie pośle, to jest wniosek o przerwę.
Wniosek o przerwę i o uzupełnienie porządku obrad.
Tak, słyszałem.
Proszę nie manipulować, bo jest pan marszałkiem Sejmu. Nie może...
Panie pośle, proszę mnie nie pouczać i opuścić mównicę.
Mnie też nie poucza. Proszę
Rzetelna informacja publiczna jest tak samo elementem bezpieczeństwa państwa, jak inne służby. Proszę zejść z mównicy. Ja słyszałem, co pan złożył i to jest w protokole.
Proszę nie manipulować.
Proszę opuścić mównicę.
Pan krzyczy, panie pośle.
Pani poseł Joanna Schering-Wielgus, Lewica.
Panie Marszałku, Wysoka Izbo, zgodnie z punktem regulaminu 184 zgłaszam wniosek o przerwę i włączenie do porządku obrad 2 ustaw Lewicy. Jedna ustawa ratunkowa, według której nie można karać lekarzy i kobiety za przerywanie ciąży, a druga to liberalizacja prawa aborcyjnego. Żądamy liberalizacji prawa aborcyjnego.
Pani posłanki, proszę opuścić mównicę i schować te plakaty. Panie posłanki, ostrzegam, że będę musiał użyć środków nadzwyczajnych. Gdzie my to mamy? Pani poseł Schering-Wielgus, zwracam pani uwagę, że zakłóca pani obrady Sejmu. Pani poseł, na podstawie artykułu 175 ust. 3 regulaminu Sejmu przywołuję panią do porządku. Panie... Ogłaszam przerwę i proszę Straż Marszałkowską o interwencję.
Dostał.
Proszę. Wznawiam obrady. Wysoki Sejmie, wobec sytuacji, jaka zaszła w ostatnich minutach, jestem zmuszony do podjęcia nadzwyczajnych środków. Pani poseł Schering-Wielgus, na podstawie artykułu 175 ust. 4 regulaminu Sejmu przywołuję panią do porządku i stwierdzam, że uniemożliwia pani prowadzenie obrad. Pani poseł, nadal uniemożliwia pani prowadzenie.
And then that would be the end of this video, but the shit show continued. I don't know if you caught the fact that 2 billion were given to the media. Well, let's see what type of media these 2 billion went to. There we have it. This is what the news were saying, that the opposition wants to paralyze the parliament. The next one is attack on the opposition, on the ruling party's deputies. And then opposition wants the country paralysis. And yet again, leftists fail. I mean, they're saying that they're destroying the country. I cannot fathom that. This is what just happened. Now, first of all, I never thought that this would be my very first video. Second of all, I truly do not know what to think. I just want to say that this is what just happened, and I don't know if things are going downhill, but I have like this gut feeling that they are. So if anything bad happens, I'm gonna do yet another video, so please subscribe, because then you'll be notified about all the shit shows in this country. And second of all, I hope that this is not how we meet again. Third of all, if anything happens next and if a lot of people will watch this video, then the next one will be professional, let's say. And lastly, I would really like this video to go wild, because I think that this is so important for people to see and to realize what actually is going on here, because it's actually frightening. And so I hope to see, and then I don't, in a way. So I just want to thank you, and please give us your support, because we know that it is hard. We do have a pandemic, but then if there is any way that you can support us, if there is something going on in your city that you can join and you feel like it, and be careful, do what you can. We love you.